Hello and welcome to Studio 22. I'm your host, Michael Stamp, and joining me today is Trayvon Smith. Trayvon was on the wrestling team for 5 years and will be receiving his degree this May in business marketing. Today he will be showing us a few of his favorite wrestling moves, so don't go away, we'll be right back.
The Stars in retreat. The shot goes up. Devasane comes out of nowhere, and another block for OCU. This guy's on fire. This kid owns OCU's record in blocks not only on the court, but off the court as well. Earlier today, he was busy crashing the boards. Just a rebounding machine. Even cleaning up the glass, giving a whole new meaning to garbage time. Devasane, MVP on the court, and keeping Oklahoma beautiful off the court.
Hello and welcome back to Studio 22. I'm here with Trayvon Smith. So Trayvon, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. So what got you into wrestling?
Well, it's funny. I started off playing football in high school, and then our coach made it mandatory for us to pick up a second sport. So at first I went to track because that's what he made us do, and then he made me run the mile, and I wasn't about that. So I went and found a second sport, and wrestling happened to be it.
Okay. You're from Shreveport, Louisiana. What high school did you go to?
I went to Evangel Christian Academy.
Okay. So what made you choose OCU?
Just going through the recruiting process. Honestly, I had no idea where Oklahoma was for starters. So just going through the recruiting, the coaches called me. And, I mean, the way they explained the school and everything about it, I really loved it, and the coaching staff at the time. So it seemed like a perfect choice.
Okay, and I know this year you got the Champions of Character Award.
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain what that is and your experience in receiving it?
Well, the award, from how I was explained, is it's supposed to be like the perfect model of character on a team. So sportsmanship, leadership, and just taking action on the team. So when I was told I was receiving the award, it was very humbling. So, I mean, I can't explain how much it meant to me for my coaches and my teammates to vote on me to receive that.
Yeah. What's your favorite moment in wrestling here?
My favorite moment would probably be when we beat UCO my freshman year. I mean, it was a nail-biter of a duel, and it came down to the last match, and we literally won it with 5 seconds left. So, I mean, that definitely is at the top of my list right now.
Okay. So what's your favorite thing about wrestling?
My favorite thing about wrestling is just being able to compete and truly test your skills against someone else. I mean, I've played a lot of team sports growing up, but wrestling is the perfect mixture of individual and team. So I get to go out there and lay it all on the line for myself, but at the same time, I know I have my teammates looking at me for approval. So I just love that.
Okay, and I know you're a marketing major.
Yeah.
How is that? Do you like it?
It's great. I'm still trying to figure it out as far as a job, but I love it, just being able to talk to people and really get to know them, and just the aspect of it of being one-on-one with different people and meeting somebody new every day. I can't complain. I'd love to do it for the rest of my life.
And I know you have an internship?
Yes, I have an internship with Mercy Hospital with their marketing department, and they have all different fields, so it's not just the hospital. They own like a part of the Oklahoma City Energy, and they just opened up a new sports performance center. So just being able to still stay involved with sports and be able to do marketing with it, I can't complain. It'd be a great opportunity.
Yeah. Do you like OCU?
I mean, it's grown on me. When I first got here, being so far away from home, I mean, it was definitely a little shell shock once again. Like, I I had no idea where Oklahoma was. So it's definitely a culture shock and a change. But being here and having like my teammates and all the great people I've met here, I love it now, and I'm definitely honored to be able to graduate from here.
Okay. I know you're starting to get into rodeo now.
Yeah, I mean, I have a buddy who owns a ranch down in Duncan, and I go down there all the time. And here recently, he's teaching me how to rope. So the plan is to enter a rodeo here in June or July, and I mean, we'll see how it goes. Worst comes to worst, I'll ride a horse around for a couple hours and then go home.
Yeah. So what are you looking to do whenever you graduate?
Right now, with my internship at Mercy, the way they talked about it, it should lead into a job. So I'm pretty excited about that. But the biggest thing is just getting my feet wet and getting a job and being able to become a successful person.
Okay. And what do you do at Mercy?
I'm a marketing intern, so right now we're working on different projects. Like they're trying to see which hospital is the best standard and why that is. So we're doing a different system of testing. So just seeing why is this hospital coming up better than the other. So is it because of the staff? Is it because of the facilities? Things like that. So just analyzing the different market and seeing what's the difference and why one's more successful than the other.
Okay, and how did you get into that?
Well, it was a connection from a guy who I worked for during the summer, Dr. McCullum, and he's a doctor there, so he saw my work ethic and saw how hard I worked, and he introduced me to some people, and eventually he asked me about an internship so that I could further my education and things like that. So he put in the word for me, and then from there I had the interview. They seemed to like me, I guess, so I just went with it, and I ended up with the internship.
Okay, how's wrestling helped you in the job field?
Well, once you get my work ethic, I definitely think wrestling had the utmost to do with that. I mean, wrestling's a tough sport. I mean, you go every day, you grind. It's hard on the body, mentally, just everything. So when it came to work, it almost seemed easy, like physical work, and just I've always strived to do better. Like, I'm never satisfied, and wrestling definitely taught me that.
Okay, well, we just have a few more seconds left, so we'll be right back. We're going to show some wrestling moves, and hopefully I won't get hurt.
My school is picture perfect. My school is OCU.
Hey, Oklahoma, do your part and help. Keep Oklahoma beautiful. This is our land. This is our pride. Our roadways that we travel, our lakes and parks that we love, our businesses that we build, our communities that we create. And that's why littering is not okay. This is Oklahoma, our land, our pride, and we must take care of it. So do your part and help. Keep Oklahoma beautiful.
This is my city. This is where I learn, play, work, eat, This is my city. This is my home.
Hello, and welcome back to Studio 22. Right now we're gonna go over a few wrestling moves that Trayvon has prepared for us today. So what's the first move that we're gonna do?
Okay, well, the first move will be a double leg takedown. One of the key things is you don't want to be too far away to where you can't touch them, so you at least want to be about arm's length apart.
Okay.
So the first thing is like go up. Usually it's hand to hand, so we'll be tied up right here in the midst of wrestling. So I have to do what's called a setup because I want to transition from here down to here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move him. I'm gonna move his feet, and then I'll keep going. That way we're in position, and then from there, there's a number of different setups. One of my favorites would be just a straight bump. So you bump his arms, you step, and you get in deep right here. And that is key because if I just go right here and I stop, then he can crash and I'd fall over. So the step is very, very key. So I go right here, bump, step, so I can get deep. And then from there, I'd lock up in the legs. So then I'd go here, takedown. So that'd be a double leg takedown.
Okay. And what's the point of this step?
The point of the step is for penetration. So the key thing is if I step right here, then when I drop down, I'm right here. So you wouldn't necessarily move, which would give you the opportunity to defend me.
Okay.
Whereas if I go right here, I step, you see how you go back?
Yeah.
You move back, which means my momentum is driving you forward for me to finish the takedown.
Okay.
So once again, I'll show you it all kind of put together. So we're moving. I'll pull you to me. Bump, step, drive, finish.
All right. So do you want to do it full speed?
Full speed? I mean, I think we got enough room to do it slightly full speed.
Okay.
Not quite though.
We'll back up just a little bit.
All right, so we'll back up. So we're going. Right there.
Sweet. So what's the second move?
The second move would be another basic takedown. It's just a single leg. So the only difference between a single and a double is obviously how many legs you grab.
Okay.
Double, you grab 2. Single, you're grabbing 1.
Okay.
So on this one, I do kind of the same thing. You pull them, they step, bump, except now I'm going for 1 leg instead of 2.
Okay. You want to turn around and show everybody?
All right, so now I'll end up right here instead of in between like I was before. From there is just a transition of getting the leg up. So I drive forward, once again, pull the leg up. All right, so from there you just control them, and then you just get them to go down. So bam, and there's a number of ways to finish.
Okay.
Whew, a little tired. So.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. So bam, single leg, drive forward, pull it up, get control, take them down.
Okay. And what are you doing with your feet?
As far as the setup or the finish?
Both.
All right, so on this one, just like last time, I used the setup to get into the leg. On this one, I bring the leg to me. So I'm right here. I pull. See how that leg comes to me?
Yeah.
I grab it. Then from there, I use my feet and then my force to drive it up. Push you backwards.
Okay.
I get control, and then I finish. So bam.
Okay. So how would you defend these moves?
Well, you wrestled a little bit, so take a shot on me.
Okay.
And the defense would be a basic sprawl. So here, I use my hips and my force to drive back on you. So go, bam, I'm right here. And then from there, you just force the head down, get behind, reversal, whatever. But it's just basically, you're using your force to match theirs. So 2 cars going against each other, whoever's stronger and has more momentum will win. Okay. So once again, we go. Roll. And then from there, I just go behind, so I'm right here.
All right. How important is pressure?
Pressure is definitely important. Pressure is control. So right here, if I'm in my head tie, if you're right here and you have pressure on my head, clearly I can't go down or go anywhere because you're blocking me everywhere I go.
Right.
If I have control and I have pressure right here, then it opens up all this space to where now I can go here, I can go here, I can move wherever I want. But if you have control right there, then when I drop down to do my shot, I'm right here.
Okay.
So pressure is key on creating space and also opportunity. So.
Okay. All right, well, thanks for that. We'll be right back and we're going to show a few more wrestling moves.
You need to leave.
Welcome back. We're gonna do a couple more moves today. These ones are gonna be a little harder, so
All right,
what's the next move?
All right, well, since we showed some of the basics, now I'm gonna show some of the more exciting moves, which is what a lot of people come to see. So these will be throws. They're kind of your wow moves that everybody goes ooh or ah when they see it. So the first one will be an arm spin.
Okay.
So once again, you're tied up, you're right here, and you're gonna clamp down on this arm so that you have it and it's tight right here. And the first thing is you're gonna step through. So I'm gonna step and come right here. I'm gonna wrap this arm up to where it's tight to where I can pull it, because then when I throw my hips back, he comes off the ground. So, all right, bear with me. So we're gonna go right here. I'm gonna step through, and then from here, I'm just gonna, right there, and then I come back on top. Yeah.
All right.
So I mean, imagine that in full speed. I mean, you'll hear a loud just slam on the mat, and everybody's just like, And I mean, sometimes people get hurt, but it's part of the sport. So
Yeah.
we'll go again. I don't want to hurt you, but
It's okay.
so we're here. I'm gonna step through, because if I come right here, then when I try and throw it, I'll slip, and then he'll end up on top. So it's very key that we step all the way through and really just throw it with our momentum. So I'm right here. I'll step through, come up, and then throw. Yeah?
Yeah. Why?
Feel good?
Oh yeah. So why are you clamping the arm down?
Well, from right here, I'm clamping the arm so that I can have control. Because if I'm just right here and I just go, if I don't have this arm clamped, then if I just try and spin through, I'll lose it. I have no control over the arm. So this is for me to truly have control, so I just clamp down right here. Then I'm using my head control right here to create the space. So then I just wait for my perfect moment. I'll move you, and then I'll step. And then I'll throw it.
Nice. Whew. Well, I wouldn't want to be in a match with you doing that. So, what's your next throw that you're gonna do?
The next one is something you see in middle school a lot. It's like one of the easiest throws, but if you do it right, then it can really make some noise also. The difference is this time, instead of going from a arm, I'm gonna go right here. He has control over my arm, which is what I didn't want before. So this time, I'm gonna go just for a headlock, which is exactly what it means. I'm gonna lock his head, and I'm gonna throw. So I'm right here, I have control, I get it tight, and then I step in, I go around. I like to grab the tricep because it really gives me control and makes it tight. So I'm gonna get it right here, step through again with my hip right here. I'm gonna toss my hip and then I'm gonna throw him. So right there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, lost my mic there.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Put these back on.
There we go. Somewhere. Okay. So here we go. Once again, I'm right here. I get tight. I lock up the head. I step around. Once again, my hip is where the power comes from. That's where the throw is. If I just go right here and I do this, it's not as exciting. It's pretty boring right there. So I really like to, if I'm going to throw a headlock, I'm going to throw it. So I'm getting right here. Are you ready?
Yeah, sit back
All right.
a little bit so I can land on the mat.
So this one, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna step, and if I throw my hips right, it's gonna be a big move. So I'm right here, bam, right there. So, that'll be it. And that's a headlock.
Wow. So is there any way to defend these?
The best way to defend that is run from it. I mean, you get caught in there, you can go for it, but honestly, you're probably about to go for a ride.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. You got any other moves you want to show, or?
Well, I mean, there's some basics like, let's see, we got, how about this? We got here, this is another throw. I just slide in, and if you ever watch WWE, you always see them do the big throws in there over their shoulder. This one's kind of like that, so I'm gonna take your arm, I'm gonna shoot in right here, and then I'm just gonna toss you over my side. So that's another fun throw. It's pretty basic.
What's that one called?
I've done that one a while and I can't honestly tell you the name, but it works. It's a real move, I promise.
Yeah.
So from there, you go in, you shoot almost like it's a single, except instead of out here, you're going inside, and then you're just gonna dump them. So I'm right here, throw them, let them have fun. So.
Yeah. Well, and there's probably no way to defend that either.
To defend that one, it go back to what we said before, it'd be a sprawl.
Okay.
So I'm gonna meet you right here, and that's where you'd sprawl. So you wanna
Okay.
try that on me and I'll show a sprawl?
Sure.
All right, so you go, bam, I'm hitting you with my momentum. I'm taking my hip and I'm throwing it against you. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going bam, creating separation, and then I'm right here. Good?
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks for that. We're going to take a break real fast, and then I'll talk to Trayvon a little bit more.
OCU is that open shot to a winning goal.
Countless rehearsals for one flawless routine.
Learning to serve before trying to lead.
Learning a language everyone can understand. OCU is
Me.
Me.
me,
I'm OCU.
welcome back. I'm here with Trayvon. We're going to talk a little bit about the FCA. So I know that you're the president. So what is FCA and what do you guys do?
FCA is Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It's a student organization. It's student ran. So it's just a group we meet on Tuesday nights at 8:30 in the Freedy Center. And it's just a time where, as Christian athletes on campus, we come together, and it's a time where you can get away and truly dive into your faith, which is something that I carry with me pretty heavily. So for me, it's been a great experience. It helps me calm down while I'm in school, and also stay in touch with like my spiritual side. But it's open also to everyone. It's not just athletes, but that's a large core group of who come together. And the basic rundown of a meeting is we'll come together, we'll play games and have food. So we play little camp games like you do at summer camp during the summer. So it's something to get your energy going, get you sweating, or just loosen up so that you'll be able to talk. And then we bring it back together. And our meetings range, but sometimes we'll do like a devotional, other times we'll do like a worship night. And some days we'll just play games the entire time and just talk, and it's a good time to let loose and just let your stress go from the week and get away for an hour or so. So it's great.
Okay, what kind of events do you all do?
We do two big events. One is Fields of Faith, which is where all the colleges and high schools around the state, they all meet at different fields. And it's just like a big revival, pretty much. I mean, there's music, there's food, there's games, and then there's always like a call to action, something that just really strike you and make you go home with something. So we do that, and this year is at UCO, and I think there was about 600 college students there, so that was a good time. And then the next one, which is in spring, is FCA College Night Out, which is once again where every college in Oklahoma comes together, and it was at a church in Edmond. And it's kind of the same deal. You come together, you get to meet 1,000 different athletes that kind of share your same views and values. And I mean, you get to compete with them, so you play different games, you listen to music, and then in the end, once again, you have somebody who really just gets to speak life into you. And I mean, it's a great opportunity. Anybody who hasn't gone, I highly advise them to go.
Okay. Well, thanks. I want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank everybody, the crew, for helping me make this possible. So thanks, everybody. Have a good day.